Your upper house colleague Mark Latham tweeted, and I'm going to put this up on the screen. He said, today the New South Wales government is legislating net zero targets, the biggest transformation of the New South Wales economy in our lifetime. Yet in question time, the Treasurer, Daniel Mukay, if that's how you pronounce his name, couldn't tell me how much it costs either to the New South Wales economy or state budget. Breathtaking ignorance, end quote. Now, John, Bill Shorten famously lost an election when he couldn't explain the cost of his climate policies. Why is the media here in New South Wales giving the Minns government a leave pass? Why is there no scrutiny on the costs of these measures?
But with very few exceptions, all that we were saying about the political class falling for global boiling, the media class is worse. Now, there are some good people in there in the mainstream media, and there's a ton of good, the sort of the alternative media, like our good friends at ADH-TV. But most people that are consuming Channel 9, Channel 7, ABC, the Sydney Morning Herald, a lot of them aren't even aware that there is skeptics on the global boiling, quote unquote, orthodoxy. So the media loves there being big news, okay, because people want to watch the news when there's something big happening. After 9/11, the media just didn't do anything for 2 weeks. It was just news 24/7. So the media loves big stories, and what's bigger than the end of the world? Yeah. Okay, we're going to have the global climate, global boiling apocalypse, and then we've got to re-engineer our magnificent energy system. I can remember thinking when I was like a young kid at about 10 or something. I remember when I was plugging an appliance into the wall. I remember being amazed, thinking, this is so wonderful what this electricity does for us, and it appears to be so cheap. And it was so cheap. Australia's got a ton of coal. Yep. We can have magnificent electricity. Energy prices were never an issue in this country. This is what powered our success, our prosperity, and our civil harmony. They had such underpinning everything is cheap electricity. Now, these geniuses have come along and said, we're going to throw that all out because it's going to bring about the end of the world, and we're going to bring in this whole new industry to replace it, and it's going to be cheaper, and it's going to be better, and it's going to save the environment. Well, it's not cheaper. It can't fund itself. This is why they keep going back to the government saying, we need more money. We need more money. When a really good new technology comes along, the private sector is very happy to fund it. We didn't need the government to fund mobile phones or the internet. We didn't need the government to fund TVs. No, the private, back in the 50s, the private sector will fund something when it's commercially viable. It's so clearly not commercially viable because all around the world they keep saying, we need more money. And then they criticise, silly Scott Morrison went along with it all, but they criticise them because they say, you didn't give us enough money. The reason we're at high electricity prices is the taxpayers didn't give the private sector enough money to build this. Now, it's a never-ending pit.